Good morning or afternoon or evening whenever you are moving today. Welcome back or welcome to Living Lightly. My name is Jillian. I'm a certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, and Holy Yoga Instructor. And today is part 6 in our 7-part series where we've been focusing in on the alignment of our spine. And today we're going to really focus in on that joint, that connection point where the base of our skull and our spine connect. So you may want some blocks to make some of our poses a little more accessible for you and your body. And not only are we going to focus in on our alignment of the spine, but we're going to also focus in on the alignment of our heart and our thoughts back onto Christ. We're also going to play a little bit with our mind-muscle connection. So if that's something that you're interested in, grab your mat, hop into something comfy, and let's get started. So to begin today, we're going to come all the way down on our back. So gently rolling down on one vertebrae at a time. If it's more comfortable for you to keep your knees bent, feel free to do so. Or you can extend your legs out long. And hands can be wherever feels most comfortable, most natural for you here. If you feel comfortable, maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes. We're just going to take a few moments to slow down, to tune in, to practice being present in His presence. Noticing your breath here. Maybe it's a little ragged, or maybe it's catching a little bit. Or maybe you're able to take those deep inhales and exhales. Just noticing. Noticing how your body feels here today. If you're holding any tension in the muscles. We're going to see if we can gently soften them here. And like I said, we're going to practice that mind-muscle connection. So just becoming aware of what parts of the back, the spine, the shoulders, the hips, the legs are pressing into your mat, and what parts are lifted. Maybe without looking, or if you need to look, you always can, but noticing if the toes are facing the ceiling or if they're turned out slightly. And finally, noticing where your thoughts are. Maybe they feel a little scattered, or maybe they're running through the to-do list. And we're going to see if we can be intentional about slowing down, putting our to-do list, the things we have going on, to the side. And just being present in this moment. Present in His presence. And as we continue just to settle in, to notice, I'd like to read our scripture over us here. It comes from James chapter 1, verse 5. It says, "If you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and He will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking." So I just want to encourage you as we move, as we breathe, and stretch and flow, maybe challenge ourselves a little bit today. Think about, is there anywhere in your life that you need wisdom, or you need guidance? You can ask our generous and gracious God. It says, and He will give it to you. He's not holding it back from us. And I love that He says He will not rebuke you for asking. He doesn't say, well, you should have known. I'm not going to tell you, or you've got to figure it out for yourself. But He will give you wisdom and guidance if you ask Him for it. And He is the author of wisdom. He is the source of wisdom. So I just want to encourage you to think of that as we move and flow today. We're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to engage our core and gently draw our knees to our chest. Maybe you're able to draw both knees at the same time, or maybe you need to do one at a time here. If it feels good, we're going to gently rock back and forth, just massaging the lower back muscles here. Good, we'll inhale, hug the knees in a little closer to the chest. And exhale, gently release the soles of the feet down onto your mat, about hip width apart. And we're going to extend the arms out into a T position or cactus arms here, bending the elbows at 90 degrees. We're going to inhale, drop the knees over to one side, and exhale, drop the knees over to the other side here. Trying to root down through our shoulders. Inhale one way, exhale the other. If you'd like to incorporate the neck as the knees fall over to the left, look over your right shoulder. And then as the knees fall to the right, look over your left shoulder here. Starting to work the brain a little bit here. Maybe giving the back of the head a little massage. Massaging the fascia that also surrounds our skull here. Wherever you're at, we'll do one more each way here. Inhale one way, exhale the other. And then we'll come back into that neutral position. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, connect to your core as you draw your knees back to your chest. This time, we're going to roll the length of the spine, gently peeling our tailbone up off the mat. Now you can continue with this movement, or if you want to make it thicker, we're going to grab behind the knees and start to rock maybe the full length of the spine. Drawing the knees up towards the chest. And we'll start to gently rock up to a seated position. If this does not feel good for you to rock, you can always roll over onto one side and then gently press yourself up and meet us in that seated position here. Taking a moment, letting the blood flow back down. We're going to extend our legs out long in front of us here. Focusing in on our alignment, bringing our ears over our shoulders, shoulders over our ribs, ribs over our hips here. Flexing the toes up towards the face, rooting down through our hips so we can find that length. Think about tucking your chin slightly and drawing your ears back. Already you're going to feel your core having to connect, kind of turn on here to keep the spine in alignment. On your inhale, we're going to think about lengthening through the spine. And on your exhale, leading with your heart, keeping that spine in alignment. We're going to hinge forward here. Noticing that sensation that's maybe running through the back of your legs. Again, being aware of what parts of our shin, of our thighs are pressing into your mat. Breathe in deeply here. And then imagining there's a beach ball in your lap. We're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to drape the upper body, drawing the chin towards the chest. Good, folding forward, noticing how that changes the sensation down the backs of the legs, down the spine. And breathe in here for a moment. Good, one more full breath in and full breath out. Okay, come back into that neutral position. We're going to interlace the fingers, pressing the palms together, extending the arms out in front of us. So there's going to be a little bit of tension as we draw the elbow creases towards each other. You'll feel this gentle stretch in the back of the shoulders. Finding that length through the spine, we're going to inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, we're gonna lean it back, drawing a circle here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Trying to root down through your sit bones here. Dropping your shoulders away from your ears and following your breath. Good, 2 more big circles. Good, and then we'll gently reverse that circle here, dropping the shoulders away from the ears as they started to creep back up. Good, 2 more big circles. And last one. Good. Gently releasing the hands down. Bring the fingertips to face forward or maybe slightly out if that feels better for you. We're going to press into our palms, loop the shoulders back, and just lift the heart, lifting the gaze. If you like, maybe you start to take the gaze back behind you, not allowing the head to just drop, but being intentional about this movement. Deep breaths. Good, deep breath in here. On our exhale, we'll come back to a neutral position. And we're gonna come into a comfortable seat. Maybe you keep your legs extended here, or maybe you bring them in close. Good. We're gonna open up through our neck and our shoulders a little bit here, drawing a big circle with the nose. Nice and slow. Getting out any pops or cracks. And just noticing any points of tension. We'll do one more big circle in this direction here. And then gently reverse it. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And we'll do one more big circle here. And then we'll come back into that neutral position. Bring the right ear over our right shoulder. We're gonna reach the left fingertips down and just gently nod the head yes. Good, feeling that stretch in the traps, the sides of the neck. Maybe as you drop your chin, you feel that deeper stretch towards the back of the neck. Good, we'll take a deep breath in. On your exhale, come back into that neutral position, and we'll find that same stretch on the other side, extending the right fingertips out long. And just gently finding a little bit of movement if that feels good for you. Noticing if one side feels a little different than the other. We'll take one more deep breath in. Good. Exhale, we'll come back into that neutral position. Interlacing our fingers, bringing our hands behind our head here. We're gonna inhale, take the elbows out wide, lift the heart. On your exhale, we're gonna draw the elbows towards each other, tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you draw in. Maybe if it feels good for you, you can extend the thumbs, give yourself a little neck massage through this movement. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you draw in. And one more here. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw in. Good. Gently releasing the hands down by our sides. We're going to unravel our feet, taking our feet out about hip width apart. And we're going to open up our hips a little bit more here. Dropping the knees over side to side, just like we did on our back. But now you may be able to go a little bit deeper. Think about pressing that knee down towards your mat as you lean back. Noticing that sensation down at the front of the hip flexor here. Good. One more each way. And then we'll come back into a neutral position and gently swing the feet over to one side, coming into a tabletop position here. So bringing the wrists in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. We're going to take a few cat-cows here. Inhale as you lift the heart, lift the tailbone, bringing the shoulder blades back behind the heart, finding that extension. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, we're going to press up and out of our shoulders, tucking our tailbone under and drawing the chin towards the chest. Inhale as you lift, arching through the back. Exhale as you press up and out of the shoulders. And just following your breath, if it feels good for you to move back and forth or maybe bump the hips side to side, I want to encourage you to find what feels best for your body here today. Again, we're making that mind-muscle connection, and part of that is noticing what our body needs. What feels good, what doesn't feel good. You know, God has intelligently created and designed our body to give us that feedback. We're going to see if we can gently tune into that here. Wherever you're at, we'll do one more each way. Exhale as you round through the spine. Again, coming into a neutral position, we're going to slide our right knee up and towards our midline. And crossing the left knee back behind it, we're going to gently send our hips down towards our heels. Now you can always stay here. We're going to come into what's called cow legs. This is your first option of how to get into this stretch or take this variation. If that does not feel good for you or you're not able, you can gently have a seat and draw that right knee in towards your midline here. And then just gently cross the left leg over, trying to bring the knees stacked depending on your hip flexibility and mobility. You may need to stay lifted. You may be able to stack the knees. If neither of those options work for you, you can also bring this right shin parallel to the front of your mat. Cross that left ankle over, or bring that left shin out in front. So you have lots of options. We're going to start to open up through our hips here. So any option is great. You gotta find what feels best for your body here. We're going to think about lengthening through the spine in whatever variation you've decided to take here. And then we're going to engage our brain a little bit. We're going to cross our right arm over, and then bringing our left arm up on top. Trying to draw the elbow creases on top or stacking your elbows here. If that doesn't feel good for you or you're not able, wherever you're at in between. You want to take this further. We're going to bend at the elbows. Try to draw the back of the hands towards each other here. If you're able, maybe you do that full wrap, coming into what's called eagle arms. We're going to tuck our chin slightly, draw the ears back. Notice how that changes the sensation in your shoulders and in your neck here. And then we're going to pair some movement with our breath. Inhale, we're going to lift the elbows up just slightly. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you drop down. One more here. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you drop down. On your next inhale, we'll unravel. Take the arms out side to side. Lift the heart. And exhale, bring the hands down. Now to come out of this, you can either dive forward, going back into a tabletop position, or just gently guide that top leg across here. And we'll set up for the other side. So if you'd like to go back to that tabletop position, sliding the left knee forward and crossing the right knee back behind, you can. Or you can draw this left knee in, bringing this left heel over towards your right hip bone. And then just gently crossing that right leg over the top. Or again, any variation in between. If you want to bring the shins parallel or bring the shins one on the floor, that's always an option for you. Again, honor what feels best for your body today. Whatever variation that you've chosen, we're going to think about lengthening through the spine, finding that spinal alignment, and breathing deeply. And then if you'd like, we're going to incorporate the arms here, engaging our brain a little bit. Let's bring our left arm across this time. Bringing the right arm over the top. Bending at the elbows, let's draw the backs of the hands towards each other. Again, maybe you're able to touch the backs of the hands, maybe you're not. Maybe you're able to wrap here. Breathe. Where in your life do you need wisdom or guidance? Inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale, drop them down. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you drop it down. One more here. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you drop it down. On your next inhale, we'll unravel. Take the arms out side to side. Lift the heart. And exhale the hands down. Diving forward or swinging the feet around to one side, we're going to come back into that tabletop position here. Feel free to bump the hips side to side, relieve any tension that may have built up here through the hips. We're going to curl the toes under, walk the hands out in front of you slightly, take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, you're going to send your hips towards your heels, coming into this puppy posture, dropping the heart down, or if you'd like, we're going to send the hips up, coming into that downward facing dog. Now feel free to pedal through the feet. We're going to think about pressing up and out of the shoulders by rooting down through the palms here. Breathing deeply. On your next inhale, we'll look forward. And on our exhale, we're going to walk it up to meet our hands in that forward fold here. Allowing the torso just to hang heavy. Maybe you nod the head yes or shake the head no, relieving any tension through the neck, through the shoulders here. Good. Pressing into all four corners of our feet, having a slight bend in our knees. We're going to inhale, take the arms out side to side, take up space as you reach up overhead. And exhale the hands to the heart here. Good. Focusing in on that alignment, drawing the ears back slightly here. Bringing ears, shoulders, ribs, hips, and this time heels into alignment. We're going to continue to warm up the body a little bit with a little series. We're going to take a deep breath in and reach the arms up overhead. Maybe you follow your nose, your gaze, your fingertips. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to dive it forward, rolling down to that forward fold. Inhale lifts you up halfway, thinking about that spinal alignment that we just practiced standing here. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold it out. Planting the palms and stepping it back to a plank position or plank variation. You always have the option to lower down onto the knees here. And we're going to hug the elbows and take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to lower either all the way or halfway here. And on your inhale, we'll loop the shoulders back. Think about sliding the shoulder blades back behind the heart as you press into your palms, trying to relax your glutes for either this baby cobra, or if you feel warm enough, you can press to the palms. Lift up for a full cobra here. Deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll make our way back, downward facing dog or that puppy posture. Maybe pedaling through the feet, getting a little warmer here. Inhale, we'll look forward. Exhale, walk it up to meet your hands, forward fold. Good, rooting down through your feet to rise up. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe take your gaze up. And exhale the hands to the heart. Good. Lifting the heart towards the thumbs towards the heart here. Now, we're going to do that flow 2 more times, but you have the option if you want to challenge yourself or maybe just try it out. Maybe you take it for this round or our last round. Take a few poses or stretches in that series or maybe all of that series with your eyes closed, focusing in on the sensations that you feel. Again, totally optional, up to you. Let's take a deep breath in and reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time, forward fold. Inhale, lifts you up halfway. Exhale, fold it back out. Planting the palms, stepping it back to that plank position or plank variation, option to lower down onto the knees. Deep breath in here. Exhale, we'll lower either all the way or halfway. Inhale presses you up for that baby cobra or full cobra here. Deep breath in. Exhale, make your way back, downward facing dog. Good, pedal to the feet, pressing through the fleshy portion of your palm to find that length. Inhale, look towards the front of your mat. Exhale, walk it up to meet your hands in that forward fold. Good, pressing into your foundation. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands down to your heart. Good. Take a moment to find your breath if you lost it here. Again, you can feel free to flow at your own pace, or if you want to try that little challenge with your eyes closed for part of that or all of that, feel free to do so here. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Noticing where you feel this. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down.
Planting the palms and stepping it back to a plank position or plank variation. Deep breath in here. Exhale, lowering down either all the way or halfway. Inhale, press you up for that cobra variation. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll make our way back, downward facing dog or puppy posture here. Take a moment, pedals to the feet. Maybe that was a little challenging or more challenging than you thought it would be. If you chose to close your eyes for part of it or all of it here. If your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and open them. We're going to walk our feet in slightly so that we can root down to that left heel. Inhale, we'll sweep the right leg up. On your exhale, we're going to bend the right knee, keep the hips lifted as we step the right foot forward, coming to that low runner's lunge here. So we're going to bring our knee in line with our ankle, making sure that we're not on a tightrope here, but we have that solid foundation. We're going to gently come onto the back knee. If it feels better for you, you can always fold the mat over in half to give your knee some extra padding. And toes can stay tucked under, or you can come onto the top of your foot. This is an opportunity, if it feels better for you. You notice that you're really having to round down through the spine. Use your blocks to bring the mat up to you so that you can find that spinal alignment, that lift. Breathe here. On your next inhale, we'll root down through that front foot and sweep the arms up overhead, coming into this low crescent lunge. If this is a little too intense for your hips, you can always walk this front foot back and come into more of a 90-90 position. Good, reaching those arms up. Maybe you take the arms back, lift your gaze slightly. Good, deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to reach the right hand towards the back of our mat. Look over that right shoulder, coming into this twist. Seeing if you can drop the shoulders away from the ears, engaging through the core, and knitting the ribs in. Now you can continue to stay here, or if you'd like, we're going to turn the right thumb down, bring the right thumb towards the left inner thigh, and reach the left arm up and back. Maybe you take your gaze up to look at your fingertips, challenging your balance a little bit here. And if you fall or you lose your balance or you lose your focus, don't worry. You can come back to it. Deep breath in here. On our exhale, we'll cartwheel it down, curling the back toes under, and step it all the way back, downward facing dog. Pedaling to the feet. Noticing how one side might feel a little different than the other. We'll do that same thing on the other side. Rooting down to that right heel now. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. On your exhale, bend the knee, keep the hips lifted so you have that clearance to step forward to that low runner's lunge. Good, finding your foundation first, and then gently coming onto that back knee. Again, toes can stay curled under, or you can come onto the top of your back foot, and you can always fold the mat over in half if you need to. Good, hugging everything into your midline. We'll inhale, press to that front foot, lift up to this low crescent lunge here. Good, finding your balance. Maybe you take your gaze up, reach your arms back slightly. Every time we do any variation of this where we're looking up, makes me think of, I lift my eyes up, where does my help come from? It comes from the Lord. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're gonna find that twist, looking over the left shoulder. Good, engaging through the core. Our help comes from the Lord. Wisdom comes from the Lord. If we need wisdom, if we need guidance, all we have to do is ask. Okay, we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. You can stay here, or if you'd like, bring that left thumb towards the inner right thigh. Reach the right arm up and back. Maybe you take your gaze up here, noticing how that challenges your balance a little bit more. Good, deep breaths. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, we'll cartwheel it down, curling the back toes under, and this time we'll step back to a plank position or plank variation. And going for this reset, deep breath in. Exhale, we'll lower either all the way or halfway. Inhale, presses you up for that cobra, deep breath in here. Exhale, we'll make our way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's look forward. Exhale, walk it out to meet your hands in that forward fold. Rooting down to rise up. Inhale, take up space as you reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we'll bring the hands down by our sides in this mountain pose. Take a moment, catch your breath, make any adjustments that you need to. If you'd like, maybe you close your eyes here for a moment. Just notice your center of gravity. Notice that it feels like your hips are shifted forward or your weight is really on the back of your heels. Just notice. Good. We're going to take a deep breath in and reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, roll it down one vertebrae at a time, forward fold. Inhale, lift this up halfway. Exhale, fold it out. Planting the palms, stepping it back to that plank position or plank variation. You can always skip this reset if you'd like and go straight back to downward facing dog. Or we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower either all the way or halfway. Inhale, press this up for our cobra variation. Deep breath in here. Exhale, we'll make our way back, downward facing dog. Now we're going to do a little variation of that series that we just did. You can always go back to that first variation, or if you'd like, follow along here. We're going to reach down through our left heel. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, we'll keep the hips lifted, bend the knee as we find that clearance to step it forward, coming into this low runner's lunge here. Now this is where you have the option to lower down onto that back knee, or if you'd like, maybe a little extra challenge here. Keep that back knee lifted as you hug everything into your midline and sweep the arms up overhead for this high crescent lunge. Now if you're in this high crescent, we're going to try to bring that back heel over the back arch, keeping the front knee bent generously here. On your next inhale, maybe you take the arms back, lift your gaze, deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll find that twist, looking over the right shoulder. Deep breaths, knitting the ribs in, engaging your core. Rooting down to the sole of the right foot. You can stay here, or if you'd like, bring that right thumb towards the left inner thigh. Maybe you reach the left arm up and back. Reverse crescent here. Deep breaths. Good, one more deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll cartwheel it down. Good, plant the palms and step it back, downward facing dog. Woo. Pedal to the feet. Find your breath here. We'll do that same thing on the other side. Rooting down through your right heel, inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knees, step it forward, low runner's lunge. Or option, drop down onto that back knee here. We'll hug everything into our midline. Inhale, lift up for that low crescent or high crescent lunge here. Again, if you're in this high crescent variation, try to bring that back heel over the ball of the foot. Good, bending that front knee generously. Deep breath in. You can reach the arms back, maybe lift your gaze up. On your exhale, we'll find that twist. Good, deep breaths. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears here. Good. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like, bring that left thumb towards the right inner thigh. Maybe you reach that right arm up and back, reverse crescent. You got it, deep breaths. One more deep breath in. Exhale, we'll cartwheel it down. Planting the palms, option to step straight back to downward facing dog, or if you'd like to go with that reset, step back to a plank position, deep breath in. Exhale, we'll lower either all the way or halfway. Inhale, presses you up for that cobra variation here. And on your exhale, we'll make our way back, downward facing dog. Good, find your breath. Plant through the palms, find that extension through the shoulders, really reaching the tailbone up. Connect with your breath. On your next inhale, we'll look forward. Exhale, walk it up to meet your hands in that forward fold. Now maybe you need to take a moment here, just nod the head yes or shake the head no. Maybe you need to find a little sway side to side. Good, we'll root down through all four corners of the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, taking up space. Exhaling the hands down to your heart. Good. Taking a moment here. If you'd like, maybe you close your eyes and notice if you feel a little more balanced or maybe a little off balance. If any of you needs wisdom, ask our generous God and He will give it to you. We're going to interlace the fingers here. Bring the hands behind the head and drawing the elbows towards each other. We're going to press the back of the head into the hands. Maybe you extend the thumbs down, giving your neck a little massage here. If you'd like to take this further, maybe you lift the elbow points up, feeling that deeper stretch to the heart. Trying to keep the glutes soft, but engaging the core. Just hinging from the ribs up. Deep breath in. Exhale, gently come back to that neutral position and release the hands down by your sides, mountain pose. Good, maybe you roll the shoulders out. We have one more little challenge here. Feel free to hang out in this mountain pose if you just need to rest. Maybe our flow has been challenging enough for you today. I want to encourage you to tune into what your body needs. If you want to try for that balance challenge, we're going to come into what's called an eagle variation. So we did this in the beginning on the floor. We're going to start by reaching our right arm across, and then bring the left arm over the top here, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bend at the elbows, trying to bring the backs of the hands towards each other, or maybe you're able to have that wrap here. Good. We're going to shift our weight over to our right leg. Good, and kickstand at your left foot here. Excuse me, we're going to take it to the other side. Like I said, we're engaging our brain. Shift your weight over to your left. Kickstand at your right foot here. Here we go. Good, maybe you stay here. Maybe you draw the knees close to each other. Maybe you lift that right knee up and cross it over your left, bending at the knees like you're sitting down in a chair here. Finding a focal point a few feet in front of you. And if you lose your balance and you fall out of it, that's okay. We'll come back to it. We're just practicing, challenging ourselves. Maybe you're able to take a full wrap here with the legs. Lots of options. We're gonna breathe, deep breath. Exhale it out. One more deep breath in. Exhale, we'll press to that standing leg, unravel. On your next inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, take the hands down. Good. Maybe you shake it out here. We'll do that same thing on the other side. Reaching the left arm across this time. The right arm goes over the top. Bending through our elbows, maybe bring the backs of the hands towards each other. And if you're able, maybe you wrap here. Now maybe you just stick with the upper body portion, or if you like, we're gonna shift our weight over to the right leg now. Kickstand that left foot. Good, maybe you stay here. Maybe you draw the knees towards each other. If you'd like, maybe you lift that left foot up and cross it over, sinking down, having a seat here. Creating that tension by squeezing the inner thighs together. Good, finding your focal point a couple feet out in front of you here. Breathing deeply. Tune into your breath. You got it. One more breath here. On your exhale, we'll press it up, unravel. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift the heart. Exhale, take it down. Good. Coming back to the front of your mat if you're not there already. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, we'll roll it down one vertebrae at a time, forward fold. Inhale, lifts us up halfway, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, we'll fold it out, forward fold. Planting the palms, stepping it back to that plank position or plank variation here. Hugging the elbows in. One more opportunity to go through this reset. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll lower either all the way or halfway here. Inhale, presses us up for that cobra variation. And this time on our exhale, we're gonna bring the big toes together. Step your knees out as wide as your hips or as wide as your mat. And we'll send the hips down towards the heels, coming into this extended child's pose. melting our heart down. Maybe you bring the forehead to a block or to your mat here. We're going to take a moment to breathe. If it feels good for you, maybe take a moment to rock your head side to side. This can be a great movement if you have headaches. This is gently massaging the fascia on the skull. And feel free to stay here, or if you'd like, we're going to draw the palms towards each other here. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we're going to reach our palms towards the back of the head. Coming into this little shark fin. Make it like a little assisted stretch. Maybe you extend your thumbs, placing them at that connection point where the spine meets the skull. I'm just creating a little bit of tension here. Noticing how that changes the sensation in your neck and in your shoulders. We'll take one more deep breath in. Exhale, releasing the hands back down onto your mat. One more breath cycle here. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Good. On your next inhale, we'll gently press it up, coming into that tabletop position. And we'll swing our feet over to one side, having a seat here. Good. We're going to make our way all the way down onto our back. You may want your blocks nearby for one of our poses here, if that feels good for you. We're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Maybe you draw your knees into the chest, rocking a little side to side, releasing any tension that may have built up in the hips or in the lower back. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, we'll release the soles of the feet down onto your mat. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together here. Allow the knees to fall side to side. This is where it may feel more comfortable for you to have your blocks to support the knees here. Snuggling your shoulder blades under you. Again, you can do this with or without those blocks. If you'd like, you can interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind the head, allowing the upper body to mirror the lower body here. You can bring the hands behind the head, or for something different, just a little counter pressure for the forehead here. You can bring the backs of the hands onto the forehead and allow the elbows to fall side to side. Just a gentle stretch, maybe a deeper stretch for your shoulders and your chest. And breathing deeply. If you feel comfortable, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Noticing how your body feels here. Noticing your breath. And noticing where your thoughts are going. You're welcome to stay in this position, or if you like more traditional ending pose here, we're going to extend our legs out long, reaching our arms up overhead, finding that full body stretch. And exhaling, bring the hands down wherever is comfortable for you. If you can bring the hands to the belly, to your hips, or down by your sides. We'll snuggle the shoulder blades in, tucking the chin slightly. And again, if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze here. In whatever ending pose feels good for you, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth here. We'll do that again. Inhale in. On your exhale, sinking a little deeper into your mat. And one more deep breath in. Exhale, sinking down. And then just allow your breath to return back to its normal cadence here. Noticing how your body is being physically supported here by your mat. And knowing that you are being supported and cared for and loved by the creator of the universe. So we're going to spend the next few moments just in stillness. Maybe you take these moments in prayer or in gratitude. Or maybe you just need to be still and listen. See where God is trying to give you that guidance and that wisdom. So Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time and this opportunity that we have to move, to breathe, to have our being in you. God, I ask that you would give us the confidence to ask you for wisdom. Thank you for being a God that's not far off, the one that is near to us, that invites us to come to you, to ask for wisdom, to ask for guidance when we need it. And God, I ask that you would just give us the wisdom to live our lives in accordance to you, to align our wants, our desires, our loves to you. God, help us to be a light to others today. And it's in your name I pray. Amen. So of course, feel free to stay here as long as you want or as long as you need. But whenever you're ready, we'll find some gentle movement, gently wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes here. And in time, we'll gently roll over onto one side, whatever side feels more natural for you here. Taking a few breaths. And whenever you're ready, we'll gently press it up into that seated position, just taking a moment to let the blood flow back down. Maybe you soften your gaze or close your eyes here. We'll take one more deep breath in, reaching the arms up overhead. And on your exhale, we'll bring our hands down together at our heart. Shalom. Thank you so much for joining me here in our mindful movement. I hope to see you back here. Until then, as always, remember to keep living lightly.